This is the half Granby on the wall. I am tight to the wall. You're not starting away from the wall. The whole side of your body can feel the wall. As I turn onto my side, I'm creating space to extend my arm. Okay, I turn away and I'm able to extend my arm. I turn, I extend my arm. I step, I elevate my hips. As I elevate my hips, my bottom arm is gonna replace my top arm, so I know where you are. Okay, I replace, I walk up onto my knee, this bottom knee, up onto my knee, walk my hips around, and then I open up this leg. Open it up, and I end up on the wall. Opposite side, give you a different perspective. Turning, framing, walking away, switching my hands, up onto my knee. Walk my hips open, and I end up with my hips on the wall. Next up, Chris, if you don't mind, I'll walk you through it. We'll do some high legs. This is a very straightforward movement, but it can help you with your hip movement, and it can help you to keep your shoulders and hips pointed in the same direction. So if your legs are pointed towards the wall, same thing we went over with a partner. He's gonna bring one leg across the center line, okay? And notice here, his hips are pointed in this direction. Okay, his hips are approximately in that direction. His shoulders, not quite in the same direction as his hips. We want him to come a little bit further across. There you go. And now he's gonna go the other way. There we go. Yeah. Perfect. He's gonna keep going. There you go. High legs, high legs. Notice how his whole torso is moving. His shoulders and hips are moving in unison. All right? So if you go back to the beginning of this position, what we don't want, and what everybody does at the beginning, is if I like pin his shoulders in place, and he just goes, just like flop your legs side to side, right? Like, yeah, like this. Then he brings his other leg across. This is not what you want. Okay, this is what people usually start with. So by keeping some integrity in his core, he's gonna be, as he moves his legs, his whole body is gonna move with him. So he goes for a high leg, there, everything moves. And all of his weapons are pointed towards his imaginary opponent in this scenario. And finally, we're gonna go over the full inversion on the wall. It does involve a bit more mobility than the option with your training partner, which is why we suggest to start there. But he's gonna start with a high leg. Okay, he's gonna start with a high leg, but he's gonna move the whole way through. So he can use his hands on the wall to help him invert, okay? And he's gonna walk through it. If we have a problem with this, whatever. Yeah, exactly. He turns all the way through. Lots of little steps on the wall. So I'll encourage you to try to go to if you can go the other way, whatever way is most comfortable for you, but starts with the high leg, using your hands, your legs on the wall, you're inverting, and you're coming through, okay? This is something, again, you can see your neck might end up in a slightly compromised position. You want to practice this to the degree in which, you feel like your neck is totally safe. In this scenario, you don't have another player who could fall on you at any given moment, who could put your neck in an even more compromised position. So depending on how mobile you feel, if you can make this work for you, fantastic. If you can't, you want to work it on a partner, I highly suggest doing that. Definitely don't do it if you feel like you're in a compromised position. But once you're warmed up and once you practice this a few times, or if you're like training younger students who are quite mobile, this is something that a lot of people can do and a lot of people will benefit from.